Yeah, I thought he was gonna do a safety.
No, just keep away from the workers, any equipment, equipment on the floor, and just walk where you're stepping. There's some trash out there, so be cautious, doors, things like that.
And be aware of your surroundings.
Yeah.
Okay, follow him.
This will look better when we're not.
On that day.
Hey guys. All right. So as we get to that front Asmir, this is a good photo op right here. If we could take a photo, a group photo again. Yeah, this is separate from the other entrance. This is probably another main entrance.
Hey guys, welcome to my crib. So I'm gonna bring y'all in real quick. Follow me.
I'm gonna in a little bit more. Why don't you step in a little bit?
Right here.
Yeah.
All right, I'll count you down in 3, 2, 1. Excellent. All right.
All right. So have we gone live already on Facebook? Okay. All right, folks. This is the this area here is the actual food court, and this is the outside of the food court. We'll have a lot of outdoor seating in this area for students to be able to congregate once they get their food from the food court inside. Thank you, Victor.
What restaurants are we going to be having in the food court?
Yeah, that's an excellent question. So as you walk in to my right, you're going to see 3 food outlets, which is going to be Chick-fil-A, Jason's Deli, and Panda Express.
Yummy.
And come on in a little bit more into the food court area. So if you can imagine, all around you as you enter this space, we'll have seating for well over 400 people, and all of this area space here along that back part of it as well. And then as you look up, you can see the mounted locations of where there's going to be large screen TVs. There'll be 4 of them being able to broadcast information, news, sports updates, campus updates, and we can even show video and marketing for student organizations. And turn it over into a movie night if we like. Yep. And then back over here to my left, there is our first meeting room in the corner there that can be reserved for students. Further to your right, these are nooks, and inside these nooks there'll be little lounge tables and chairs for you guys to kind of congregate and hang out.
Okay. How many rooms is it going to have available to student organizations?
Yeah, so the question was how many rooms are we going to have available for student organizations? What I'm really excited to share with you all is before the set was rebuilt, we only had 6 meeting rooms. Now we have 16 meeting rooms, which has tripled the amount of rooms available for student organizations. Okay? And so make sure you take a panorama look up top and you see the large lights.
Watch the Olympics in here, right?
We got those in too, if you want to talk about that, the display cases.
Oh, look at that. So if you take a step back further over here, folks, the new student organization display cases have arrived and they've been installed in there. And if you can look across, there's going to be further display cases and panels here that will be able to put printed marketing up there for organizations. And that's also where the president's and the dean's list will go in the future. Okay? And then if you want to step further this way, I think this is the best view in the house. And you'll see when we get to the end of our tour, above on top there, that is your Student Government Association offices. They have the best view, and they'll be able to see all the action that's going on in the courtyard, in the food court. All right? Any questions? Oh, look at that. They installed the aqua blue wall paneling. That's pretty nice. So those are meeting rooms, yes. So we're going to go down this way to our first set of meeting rooms. Right over here. We're just going to go right here real quick. So over here, this is the first set of meeting rooms. Behind me, actually down this corridor, we have about 7 meeting rooms that are available for student organizations on either side. And what we're going to do is we're going to go around this way to what we are now calling the Atrium. That's the new Atrium. And so if you remember back in the old set, there was a very bulky staircase that was in the middle there, as well as this uneven middle section that was a very dangerous hazard for students. It's now all flat and it's a straight doorway. So we're going to go into there now and take a look at it.
Are these going to be available as like study rooms during the day?
We will be able to convert them based on the usage and the request by students.
And these meeting rooms are smaller than the meeting room over there, right?
This is actually, these are probably the 2 smallest on this level.
Okay.
The one over there is pretty big.
Okay. So basically for like conferences or whatnot.
Meetings, that actually is going to have a conference room set up, so it can sit up to 15 if I remember correctly. Yes. Okay. Follow along over here. So we're going to go right over here and follow Mr. Asmir as he guides us to the middle. So as you can see, you have a full bird's eye view of the meeting rooms. They're all glass, and they will have a film in the middle so to prevent anyone walking into it, or little dots, and no one can walk into the glass. But this area right below it, you'll have furniture that will have, and these are also nooks, where we'll have lounge and furniture that actually will come all the way out to here and continue on into this middle area. So this is a main walk doorway as well as across the way for the bathrooms. And let's go check out the new bathrooms. They're pretty big. Come on. Remember to watch your step. So this is the new men's bathroom. Come on in. Yes, there will be partitions between the toilets. Yes. So as you can see, they're commercial graded, and they're larger than the last restrooms. I think last time we only had 3. Now they're, yes, and they're all smart toilets. And then you have multiple stalls for the men, where before there was 3, there's now 6. All right, so now we're going to go into the women's bathroom. Okay. All right. Yeah, I noticed it. So these are the partitions. They just haven't been installed yet. So come on in, don't be shy. It is your bathroom. So this is the women's bathroom. As you can see, we have a lot of women stalls that will be in this section, which is, I think last time there was only 3 to 4. Now there's up to close to 10, maybe even 12. All right. All right, let's continue through back into the atrium. Yes, mirrors will go in last. So if you take a look on my left side here, there's this square here, and there's a square over there, and there's 2 upstairs. These are the locations of the continuation of the digital signage program we're going to have. They're going to be strategically located throughout the building, where we'll have a software that runs ads and information about Lamar events and programs, student organization events, and departmental events, as well as upcoming activities by organizations. Okay? All right, so we're going to continue down this way. Yeah, so let's continue talking about the meeting rooms. As I mentioned before, we have about 7 to 8 meeting rooms down here, and we're gonna, once we get by the ballroom, we're gonna swing back around the other side. But as you can see, we have multiple rooms here, and some of them, I think is it this room that can be divided? That room can be divided into two. So it has a rolling partition that we can subdivide into smaller rooms. Correct. The ballroom used to be where the food court is now. We flipped it, and it's part of the new expanded wing of the building. So we're gonna head that direction in just a few moments, and you'll take a look at it. We're gonna go out towards the south end of the building by the quad. Oh, and the market boards are in, so, and these are glass tempered boards. Hey Red, how are you doing, man? Everybody say hello to Red. Hey Red. So the question was, are they going to do anything with these columns? So that's a very good question. This is probably one of the best things that we left in here. It leaves the history and the heritage of the original Setzer Student Center. And so at the final product, they're going to be clean and polished so they look really nice. And that will leave a little bit of remnants of what the building used to be back before the renovations. And if you haven't noticed, isn't it really bright? Oh yeah. Much bright, and it's gonna using the natural light and the colors in the walls. All right, coming through. So over here to the left is the handicap accessible ramp for our students who need to get into the bookstore, which is to our left. This is going to be the new storefront for the LU bookstore, which is Barnes & Noble's. And just watch your step as you get closer here. And so this is still in its process of being expanded, and it'll come out all the way to this gate. Okay. So we're going to keep on going down that way. Yep. So as you go down further towards the south exit or entrance from the quad, to your left, this is the new grab and go, which is also part of Chartwell's. And it'll be a convenient way for students to quickly get a sandwich, get a drink, get a cup of coffee. It will also have Starbucks, not like the Starbucks over at the library, but it will have the same type of brand. And as you can see, they're quickly moving ahead. I'll tell you, I saw this last week, and none of this was here. I think the only thing was here was the flooring.
So will this be similar to what we have in this part of the dining hall right now?
Correct. That outtakes that's there, but as you can see, it's much bigger, and it's going to have more options. Okay? So, of course, we can't go out into the quad, but you'll be able to see it out here in the pre-function area for the new ballroom. And watch yourself to the left of that cart. Lift. Thank you. Oh, they're polishing the floors. So we can go that way? Okay, let me step in here real quick. So as you step into this area, this is the new pre-function area for the ballroom, where we'll be able to have a cocktail portion of a large event inside the ballroom itself. We'll be able to also have smaller programming as kind of like a complement to any large-scale program that's happening in the ballroom. And as if you can see out your window to your left, that is your new quad. And you're going to see this is immediately facing the ballroom, and we'll have outdoor seating. And there's doors you can see to my right and to your left. There's doors that students can come in and out and enjoy the outside elements, as well as come back in and enjoy their cup of coffee inside or outside.
How much larger? That looks a lot larger than the old ballroom. How much larger?
Let's go check it out. How much larger is it? Come on in and enjoy your new ballroom.
It's like twice the size.
Come on in. Don't be afraid. Come on in. Everybody come on in. I haven't. This is the first time I've seen the lights up. Yeah. Wow. Yes. I got you for the soundproof. That's awesome. So as you can see on over here, they're finishing up the new Terrazzo flooring. Check it out. Seeing the nice fine grains in there. What's nice about having the Terrazzo flooring is it gives us multifunctional use. We can have a large-scale event that sitting down in banquet style can sit over 360 people, as well as we can flip it into a classroom setup, which maximum capacity when both sides are being used can be well over 600 people.
And there's a partition, right?
And there's a partition that we can divide the ballroom to side A and side B.
Yeah. It's still like multi-functional. You can do a lot of things.
Absolutely. You can have a dance in here, and we can even lay a protective material above it so you can do some roller skating.
That's nice.
You can't really see it, but behind these walls, there's a state-of-the-art audio and visual setup, which will run controls for large projector screens that can come down from the wall on both sides.
Big movie nights in here.
Big movie nights in here, that's right.
Can we have a rave in here?
Can you have what?
A rave?
A rave? Sure, you can have parties in here.
You just have to invite Dr. Mena to it.
Yeah. Well, yes, raves. I didn't even realize you guys still do raves. I thought it was called something else. Okay. Sure, whatever rocks your boat. All right, so we're gonna go, can we go back behind the hallway here? This way?
Well, that's really nothing except
Okay,
storage.
so let's go this way. We're gonna go to the back side of the meeting rooms that we saw in the front part of our tour. You see the very large lighting, how it matches everything in the building? Watch your head. We're gonna go to the right here. So we're going what we call behind the house. We use this hallway when we need to set up, bring food in and out of the programs that are gonna be in these spaces, as well as the furniture and equipment that we'll use for these spaces. Behind the house. So as you go down this hallway, you're gonna see meeting rooms to your left and right, which complements the ballroom. So if we have a large scale welcome in the ballroom, we can then break out to have breakout sessions in these rooms. So if you want to stop here for a moment, this is our second largest room. This is a multi-use type of room. If you can see to your left, the digital boards is actually going to have 4 different screens that can project a single projection, or it can be split in 4 different type of images at one time. And then this actual setup is mirrored the same on the meeting room above us. And you'll see it when we get upstairs.
So for the leadership conference that you do every spring, we'll have like in there and then breakout sessions out there?
That's correct.
Okay,
We'll do the welcome and the general topics out in the ballroom, and then we'll break into smaller sessions and topics in all of these rooms on the first floor as well as the second floor. And as you can see, the windows. You have plenty of light coming in, natural light, which really complements the core in the building. We really tried to mirror the peace and the serenity in the quad, and try to, as you can see, we're using a lot of natural wood colors in the building so that it kind of complements the quad. Okay, so as we go down this hallway, behind over here, this is Chartwell's, and this is their catering kitchen that will be able to serve a banquet well over 360 people in the ballroom. And so they have plenty of room there for all the 3 vendors and all of the supplies they'll need to do such programs in this space. All right. So Asmir, which way we want to go upstairs? Sounds good. Hey, Red. Let's introduce Red. Red is the main foreman for this project. Say hello to Facebook, Red.
Hello, Facebook. It's beautiful. How do you like the project so far?
What do you guys think?
Love it, yeah, we love it.
We've got a long way to go in a short time, but we'll be there.
Thank you, Red. We appreciate it.
No problem. Hey, I got a swap set tomorrow morning, AM, and then you saw my own schedule. I set up the next one.
People are starting to trip over these.
Yeah, watch Watch your step. So this is the north exit, and that's now called the south exit. Ask me, hold on 1 second. If you can peek in here real quick as you're walking by, this is the new gaming room. So you remember the students used to play Xbox and PlayStation? This is where they'll be able to reserve and do tournaments in here with themselves and their groups. We have gaming chairs in here, and we have big screen TVs that are going to be in here for them. And we'll probably provide the equipment, or they can bring their own equipment and games. Watch that. Be careful with the rails, everybody. Yeah, this is probably another great picture. So we'll wait for everyone to get up here. We're going to stop right here real quick. Either take a picture going this direction or take a picture going that direction. Yep. Yep, a lot of the lighting, natural lighting is coming from the squares being re-cleaned and painted to create much brighter field here. Yes. So this is a good photo op if you guys want to take a photo either in this direction or go in that direction, whichever option our communications team thinks is better. Yeah. Want to get closer a little bit, everyone? What do you want to do, Danny? That corner over there?
Yeah,
okay.
Kevin.
Perfect. So we ready for the photo?
Yes,
let's look over here.
All right, everybody look right here. 1, 2, and 3. Awesome.
Excellent. All right, so let's go into the new student organization workroom. Come on in, step on in. So this is now the new workroom for all of the student organizations at Lamar University. We're going to have, if you can imagine, along the walls here, there'll be locked cabinets at different sizes. And then on the floor itself, we'll have working stations with computers and desks and tables and phone lines that organizations will be able to use. And behind that blue wall is storage. It's a dual storage for student organizations and program board. And you can see the length of the wall, so it's pretty large. Okay? Any questions about your new student organization workroom?
Approximately how many workspaces will we have?
Well, I don't have the exact number, and knowing that we have well over 200 active organizations at Lamar University, we're going to have to come with a fair and consistent way to give organizations access to this space, and create a model that's going to be sustainable after. Because as you can tell, it's not going to serve everybody.
That's true. Right.
So we're going to have to think outside of the box to make it happen. All right. All right, so we're going to come back out here, and then we're going to.
I like this balcony thing.
Yeah, I do like that. It's open.
So we're going to come over here and make a right, and we're going to head across the hallway here for the new Setzer Student Administration Office. Watch your step, guys. There's a lot of materials on the floor. Hey. All right, as you walk in this space, you can imagine there's going to be a new welcome desk for anyone coming to the office to be greeted by a student, one of you. There you go, Victor, greeting your students and staff. There you go. And as they come in, they'll be able to ask questions about Greek life. They'll be able to learn more about student organizations. They'll be able to ask, how do I go about reserving the meeting room in the space through WorkSync? They'll be able to ask about program board events. All these things will be happening in this suite. So these offices are going to be part of the professional staff. Our administrative coordinator, which used to be Miss Doris Cooper, who's now retired, we're hiring someone there. And as you go to the back here, I'll show you the workroom for the student employees. That's the copy room. Oh, remove it? Well, that's the plotter. Yeah, the copier is over here. So this whole open space in particular right here is where all the workstations are going to be for program board.
So this is like the cab area?
This is the cab area, yes. And then the offices, they have not been assigned yet, but all the professional staff that we have now will get a room assignment once we're ready.
So Brandy and you.
Brandy. Actually, I'm in another suite.
Okay.
So we are hiring a new director of the Setzer Student Center. The job is in the process of being posted. It's a full-time position of an individual who works in student unions and college campuses across the country. It will be a national search. The person that we're looking for will have a degree and professional credentialing in the area of higher education and working in student unions and being able to lead us through our new union here. Okay? All right, so we're going to go out this back door here and see some more meeting rooms on the second level.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so as you go down this hallway, you'll see a couple more meeting rooms to your left. These are the second floor meeting rooms. I believe we have 4 to 5 meeting rooms on this level. And as you can see, variety of different sizes to accommodate the various needs of the organizations. And watch this gentleman as he goes up the ladder. So remember the room I mentioned downstairs? This is the room that mimics the one downstairs. It's not as big, but it has the same function and purpose. Mm-hmm. And if you can, soon you'll be able to see some of the beautiful garden that's going to be planted here. And so people will be able to have a serenity of a view here with beautiful flowers, trees, and some outdoor seating that's actually going to be out there too. So this will also become a new focal point for students to kind of relax and find a quiet place to read a book.
So this is like a study room?
This is a meeting room. And again, the functionality over time will decide different themes, but this is a meeting room. Study rooms, we don't have like you have in the library where there's a designated study room. There is no study room because it's the union. The union is the living room of the college campus. And if you go to your living room, what happens? There's a lot going on, right? You got people watching TV. You got, maybe your brother or sister's playing video games. You got someone probably eating nearby in the dining room table. So that's the same concept here. There's going to be a lot of things going on. But I can tell you that the Setzer Center will be expanding its operation hours Monday through Thursday to 12 midnight.
Wow.
And then on weekends, we're going to close on Friday and Saturday to 10. And then on Sunday, we're going to be open to mimic the chapter's meetings that happen on Sunday all the way till 11 p.m.
So the center's gonna be open on weekends?
It's going to be open on weekends, which will give more student employment opportunities. And we're also, during finals week, we're going to mimic the library's extended hours to 2 a.m. And we're going to try, see how it goes. And if students think that they need more hours, then we will examine if we need to go beyond the 2 a.m. time. Okay? All right. Any other questions? All right, let's continue the tour. We're going to go over here to the left. I'm not going to. No, sir. All right, we're going to come down the hallway here, folks. No, we're just going to show. So over here to my left is going to be the new office for new students and leadership. So this is where orientation will be, their administrative offices will be, and also leadership programs and the advisors for Student Government Association. To my right, if you want to continue following me, to the right here, this is the new Vice President's Suite for for student engagement. So this is where Dr. McNeil, my office, Elizabeth Jeans, and the marketing team will be on this side of the Setzer Center moving forward. All right. So we're going to continue this way. So as you walk by, this is a new workroom. It's really a place where staff can have lunch, refrigeration, and just an area for them to have a break room. And then down here, as I mentioned earlier, and watch your step, there's materials on the floor. This is the new Student Government Association offices. As you can see, they're laying down the floor, so we don't want to go in there and delay their progress. And so you have the office space for the student government president, the secretary, and I believe it's the treasurer's position as part of SGA, or the officers of SGA. We're going to come down here to the back end of the second floor area, and we have another meeting room at this corner here, which is off the beaten path, and it's a little bit more private. Watch your step, everybody. There's a lot of materials. And so this could be used for private opportunities for ceremonies at a smaller scale. But again, all the meeting rooms we have, we can always convert them to a private option for our organizations if necessary. So all in this area here, there'll be seating for students. So they'll be able to look down into the food court and see all the action. This is another nook, and there'll be some seating and lounges and couches. Okay. So, any other questions? Yes, sir.
I guess we can't get to the balcony on the second floor.
Can we go by the balcony?
Right next to it, but I don't think we can go outside. We can go that way though.
Yeah, let's go down there and see how it looks.
Question?
Yes?
Are the stairs that we came up the only way to the second floor other than the elevator?
No, there's multiple staircases. Actually, there's one right behind you. There was one back over there. There's one behind the hallway there. There's the one we came up, and there's actually two elevators that I didn't mention. There's two elevators, and we're going to walk past them in a few seconds. So as you can see, there's the mimic bathrooms on the second level, and the display boards that I mentioned downstairs. We have the pairing, two of them upstairs. And then there's a meeting room. If you all remember, that used to be a conference room table in there. That got converted into a bigger meeting space. And then there's the elevator that we used to have in the Setzer. It got refurbished. That's the original elevator. And then I think you guys used to use this as a storage for paints and stuff like that. That's now a meeting room. To your right, you're going to see staircases that get you up to the second level if you don't want to take the elevator. And watch your step as you're coming through this area. There's a lot of materials on the floor. And this is really your main lounging area for privacy. This will probably be the most quietest space throughout the whole building. One could say this is the best place to come up and charge your phone, get on your laptop. You're going to have outlets along the walls over there in the corner. And over there on the right side as well. And then if you're up here, you can actually look down to see the activities and the people that are coming in and out throughout the building.
There will be a balcony that we
There will be a balcony, but it's closed right now.
It's closed off for doing
And we will have Southern style rocking chairs, so you can go out there and have a nice glass of iced tea.
I'm sorry.
sounds good.
It'd be perfect for people watching live, right?
Yes.
Just out of curiosity, how spacious is the balcony area?
In square footage size?
Yeah.
How big you think? Okay, about 150 to 200 square feet of seating area.
So how many people could possibly be out there on the balcony?
Oh, on the balcony?
Yeah.
15 to 20 people safely.
Okay.
Okay, great. All right, so we're going to head back this way.
You want to show them the overview of the?
Sure. So you can see overview here to look at down on the pre-function area. It's a nice view. And be careful with the railing. It looks like they may be painting the railing. Are there any other questions? Okay. Completion. We will be. We are anticipating that the building will reopen in April. And in the near future, we will be announcing a date for a grand opening.
Will we be adding furniture during that time, like in the library?
So it may not look it right now, but this project is estimated to come to its full completion at the end of this month, and the furniture will be moving in at the end of this month into March. So by April, we are on a good timeline for April.
So I'm assuming as soon as it opens in April, we can start booking the rooms and everything.
Technically speaking, organizations have already begun booking events starting in April. So we'll have a multitude of events in April, closing out the end of the year.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So we're going to swing back the other way because there's too many workers on this side. We're going to swing back the other way and start heading downstairs. Yes. They've already started. Oh, that's going to be a deck. And we'll have outdoor seating that students will be able to sit out there. And it's elevated, so it's higher than the floor, the ground. It's going to be wood. Yeah. Yeah, or I'm forgetting the word of the material, but it's a plastic wood.
Yeah.
They're there. They've just been reallocated to another location. But they're there. Some of them are there, and they're strategically in locations to blend in with the facade and the landscape. No fountains. No. Watch yourself. All right. Okay, so we're going to start heading out to go back downstairs to the trailer. Watch your feet. There's a lot of materials here on the floor. Just follow Asmir. All right. So as over here mentioned before, this is the old elevator. It's been refurbished, and we'll be back online better than ever.
They're replacing that elevator.
Yeah. Now, there's also an interesting piece that downstairs, there's a wellness room in case we have a student who is in need of doing lactation. So we have a room that they can use so that if they need to do lactation for their baby, they can do that in privacy. It's called a wellness room. So again, as I mentioned earlier, the mimicking of the bathrooms downstairs. And if you haven't noticed, we have the same type of filling up of bottled waters as we do in the rec center. So you have an option to, save and assist with the environmental impact to our footprint. And so you'll be able to fill your bottles and not necessarily buy plastic bottles all the time. The other thing that on the quad side, they're building a very nifty type of thing where on the roof of the bookstore, it will naturally be able to collect the water and recycle that water to be able to go into the quad area to help with the watering in that area. So those are some of the sustainable projects that we've added to this Setzer Center.
They're going
So we're gonna start heading back downstairs. Watch your step. Oh, we lost the group. I think everyone's trying to do their last little selfies. All right. Watch your step. Remember the railings. So this is a fire exit in case of emergency. We took all of the feedback provided during the sit test for all the furniture, and after getting the feedback, we went ahead and made decisions on final products that will mirror very much a lot of the feedback that everyone gave us. So for example, I don't know if you remember those little square seating. Everyone did not like that. Those are out. You're going to see a lot of colors in the furniture to warm up the space, and you're going to see a lot of Lamar colors blend into the seating arrangements and the furniture. Okay. With that being said, we want to thank you so much for coming to the tour. We're excited about this project. We hope that you're excited about this project. What do you all think? Yeah. So thank you again, and please make sure to put on Instagram and Facebook and tweet out your pictures today so we can get excitement going for our students when we reopen in April. Thank you. All right, we're going to exit out this way, everybody. Watch your step. Everyone trips on this.